Hey everyone! We're back for our 5 card weekly tarot spread. I hope that you are making this transition now that we've moved into Mercury retrograde. Could be a little bit rocky. Make sure you check out the video this week where I'll talk a little bit about Capricorn season and what's going on with this Mercury retrograde. But for now, we have our 5 card weekly spread. So let's get started. All right, so let's get started with our spiritual connection card. And for that, we have the 10 of Pentacles. Beautiful. For our health and happiness, we have the 4 of Wands. Feels really good too. For our love and relationships, we've got the Tower. Man, this Tower doesn't want to leave us alone. For our business and career, we have the 5 of Pentacles. And for our overall card, we have the 4 of Cups. All right, so let's start in the beginning. Let's start with our inner energies, and we'll begin with the 10 of Pentacles in our spiritual connection. Placements. I don't know why I don't have words today. Mercury retrograde. Thank you very much. So, spiritual connection, 10 of Pentacles. So this feels like a really good energy. Spiritually, internally, like we're in a really good place right now. Not just in our comfort within ourselves, but in a space where we are able to start sharing that with other people, right? So you may have been working for a while on connecting more within, connecting more with your intuition, and you may feel this week like you've gotten so good at it, you've been practicing it long enough at this point, even though it's still maybe in the infant stages, where you can start kind of spreading the word, start telling people like why you're smiling more, why you're feeling a little bit more at peace. It feels like something that's sustainable for you as well if you keep doing the work that you're doing to connect within. I also actually get the sense too from this that if you are in a place where you really haven't been doing the work yet, but you know it's necessary, that there's people around you who can help you get started, who can offer you not just advice, but that nudge that can kind of get you going if you're not really sure where to start. So keep an eye out for those folks if you're in that position as well. All right, next, let's move on to our health and happiness card, and that is the 4 of Wands. And so this card really is all about, it's about unions. It's about finding stability. And again, we're looking at our inside energy. So this is about finding stability in your relationships with those closest to you, really with, I'm going to say either intimate partners or like a really, really good, super close friend. You know, it looks like this week there's going to be some commitments that you make to someone else that feel like it's been time, like you've been working towards some kind of collaboration, depending on the relationship, but you feel ready to make a commitment in some way with this other person. And that's really going to push you forward this week, especially if you look back at our 10 of Pentacles card in spiritual connection. It may be the person that you are ready to start sharing your spiritual growth. This may be the time where you start really not just talking about it, but helping them along on their journey as well. All right, next, now we're going to go into the external stuff. And so we've got our love and relationships card. Now, we've got the Tower here, which we had the Tower last week come up for us. And not in this particular position, but when we think about love and relationships, it definitely feels like not just the ending, right? The Tower card is that energy of the unexpected ending of something. It can also be a realization that you didn't necessarily see coming or weren't prepared for. And it's interesting because this isn't our love and relationships. I do feel like internally we are ready to start making some commitments to someone else, to someone who's close to us. And maybe when you get to that point, if I go back to the Four of Wands, you may be ready to make that commitment. You may feel completely ready to just jump into something more serious, but you may be met with an unexpected reaction, is maybe what I'm looking for here with this Tower card. So if your commitment that you are planning to make that's coming up for you, if that is with, again, an intimate partner or someone, if it's about like a loving relationship, just be prepared that either that person may not have seen it coming, that person may not be in the same space that you are right now, their reaction to you might not be what you were planning for, and it may really kind of throw you off. It may really make you feel like, oh shit, what do you mean? What do you mean? But I'm always going to tell you that there is a lesson to be learned. And obviously, if you are in a situation where you feel like you are ready to make a commitment with someone and they tell you, I wasn't quite there yet, it's important for you to know that, to know the reality of the situation so that you don't try to commit yourself to someone or to a situation that that isn't right now. Relationships are two people's energies together, and you can't be the one to push everything forward alone. So the other person really has to be on board, and you may find, at least right now, that that person either isn't on board or just wasn't expecting you to be as ready as you are. Don't be alarmed. See where that leads, see where that goes. Try to understand why that is. Okay, next we have our business and career, and here we have the Five of Pentacles. Fives are all about change, and this idea of change has been coming up quite a bit lately. Within your business, it feels like there are, similar to the Tower card in terms of relationships and readiness, you may feel like you've hit a locked door, if you will, within your business or at work. You may feel like you were kind of moving, you were on the right path, and then you find that, oh, there's an opportunity that's not there that I thought would be. That I again, maybe I was prepared for something and my boss or whatever the plan was in your business was like, not right now. And so it may leave you feeling a little low, a little scared, a little kind of out in the cold, if you will, is definitely what I get from this card. But what you also see in the card is that there's another person there by your side. There's someone who is kind of walking with you. And it's going to be really important for you to reach out to your allies, to business partners, to coworkers, and just, get some advice, get some idea about how to move forward on this path that you're on right now. All right, last for the overall card, we have the Four of Cups here. And it's interesting, we have this like really big, high, kind of happy energy in our internal stuff. But when we start to layer that in with other people, the externals, it feels super heavy. And so, interestingly enough, for our overall card, the Four of Cups is this need for balance, this need for stability, this in between time and space, and sitting and really reflecting on what it is you need right now. We're in Mercury retrograde, and so because of that, the way that you're communicating with people, the way that it comes across to people. So you may be seeing things in a very sensible way, but Mercury retrograde says, I'm going to, scramble this channel, and the person you're talking to may hear it very differently. And so it's going to be really important this week, for this week and the next 2 weeks after, to really just reflect on, what am I trying to say? How am I expressing it? How am I hearing what other people are saying? And how can I center that? How can I put that in a space that feels comfortable for me to manage? Part of this is also going to be figuring out what's yours and what's not. So figuring out, are these emotions, cups, are these emotions that I'm having, these feelings that I'm having, are they mine? Are they related to what I'm doing or trying to do? Or do they really belong to someone else? Am I hanging on to what other people are going through? Am I hanging on to their energy right now and making it my own, which you absolutely don't need or want to do? So there's a lot. There's a lot of it may feel very up and down this week. Just, manage your expectations. Think about what you're going to say before you say it to people. Think about how folks may receive what you're about to say, whether it's out of excitement or out of rejection. Just think about kind of both sides there, how things might come across. And just know that whatever happens this week, you get to start all over again next week and take with you what you learned. So hope this was helpful. Let me know and stay magical, y'all.